Hello, everybody.
Remember back when we used to say hooligans? That was dumb.
Like twice or three. We were trying to think of a thing to call you guys, like all the other YouTubers do.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. You don't need a name. You guys are people.
Guys.
You guys are guys. No, there's actually a lot of women and girls that watch this too. So, on the topic of who's watching this, we thought it'd be good to... Well, that was my idea. I thought it'd be good to go back through our old videos and kind of talk about what you guys brought up. There's a lot of good comments and could bring up some good discussion that we didn't really go into. So, like, after the show's over, that's kind of when the conversation starts.
Yeah, so we thought it'd just be cool to go back and just revisit some comments from past videos and
revisit. Yeah. That's what we wanted to do. Revisit the old topics because there's more to be said about the things that we said. So on the virus video, that brings up some bad memories. First off, before I even talk about the comments, I want to say that day that I caught the Facebook virus was the last day that I felt decent. I've been sick as a dog since then until about, like, last week. Like, months and months of being sick.
This was this was, for me too, like, the first few months of this year... I was sick.
When you were Santa is when you started being sick.
When I was Santa, it was when it first started, just a little bit, and then, like, it just stayed forever. Like, this cough. I had a cough, really bad cough.
And, well, you can see it in the other videos, because every time you coughed, you, like, added a thing. And not only that, but you started dying at the end of the virus video, and I probably caught it from you, but I probably caught other things from Peter. I had one thing after another sick.
Even, what's his name? James from... The Odd Ones Out.
Yeah, Odd Ones Out. He was sick,
got sick, too.
I think it's the entire state of Arizona got sick. I'm not even joking. Oh, and I was going to tell you about this. I told you about this, but I'll tell you guys about this. So, after the virus video came out, it was like a few days after that, I got a mysterious email on our liveactiontoystory@gmail.com, and it said... Hello, JP and beyond. We're giving you 2,000 views on your YouTube video. We are Dream Digital Services, the best YouTube service, blah, 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 blah. We can help you enhance your social media status in terms of views, likes, and blah, 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 blah. We are giving you 2,000 views on your video as a demo. Your current views are 274, and in 24 hours, it will be increasing to 2,274. If you like our services, let's communicate. And then we did get 2,000 fake views.
I know, that's the funny part. It's like, it really did. It got 2,000 more views like they prophesied.
Well, they did it. They hacked it. It was the same. I'm sure it was the same guy. It's gotta be. Because why else would he?
It was like,
why would it be on the
like
virus
he's
video?
taunting you in a weird way, like this
oh.
is the power I can give you. Like,
is that the best you could do?
Let's be friends.
No, Mr. Virus. And then the Pizza Planet Love Note video. CDK. What is it? CDCKGB. How do you say that?
Kadikib.
You're a great fan that I've seen lots of times. Comments, good comments.
He's been around a while.
And you bring in some valuable things to the discussion. I appreciate that. Thank you. You said, I bet that one dislike is Maddie.
No, that was not Maddie. And I can prove it because I actually have Maddie, after we posted the video, which you guys should watch it if you don't know what we're talking about. It's called Pizza Planet Love Note.
Well, I think everybody's going to watch the other ones first. This video would be kind of lame if you didn't see the other ones. This is for the true fans who watch everyone.
So after we posted that, Maddie got back to me. Well, I sent her the link to the video and I said, hey Maddie, so I have a confession and you should just watch this video because it explains everything. And then she replied back with 3 laughing with the tear faces. And then she says, I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. You should have went with the Beanie Babies. And then I said, well, I'm glad you're taking it well. I should just try the truth next time, huh? And then she said, then she gave me a little bit of truth. She had her own confession. She says, in all honesty, I have a confession too. That wasn't my Chick-fil-A receipt.
She didn't even lie. She never said it was her Chick-fil-A receipt.
True.
We just assumed that she would write a note on her own
I didn't
garbage.
I didn't think she fished through the garbage and looked for
She probably got it from her roommates that she was talking about.
That's true.
We're just going to theorize about you. If you want to be a guest on the show, we'll have you over.
Yeah.
This is the same video. My sister Emily said, I like your shirt, Jonathan.
Was that the Mr. Rogers shirt?
Yeah, Mr. Rogers. She only compliments my things when she buys them for me, so she got me that shirt.
I've seen her say that other times.
Whenever I wear that shirt, she likes it. The Mr. Rogers one she got me. It's comfy.
So Jerk My Chicken said, "Hello, Jonathan. I'm planning on making a bunch of original live-action videos and maybe some remakes such as Monsters, Inc. or A Bug's Life. I'm just starting out. Do you have any helpful tips?" He only asked you, so I don't have to say anything.
Oh, I guess. I already answered, though, in a comment, and I said, be careful with the Black Widow.
Go with the wit.
But really, real tips. Do you have real tips? Because I obviously didn't.
Don't be afraid to
ask people for help.
Even just random strangers. If you just need
talk
help
to strangers.
Talk to strangers. It's okay to break some rules
if they're
do something first. And until someone says don't do it, and then don't do it.
That's your tips. I think a real tip would be just do your best and have fun. And if you stop having fun, stop it. Stop doing it.
Okay.
And don't spend too much money. That's my other tip. That was our philosophy on Toy Story. So.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you, moving on, were there any sleep paralysis follow-up? I feel like you told me that you had more sleep paralysis after talking about it on the show. Is that true? Or?
It definitely has not died down. Like I've still been getting it, waking up paralyzed. Well, one of the more recent ones, it was kind of like a joke on top of a joke to me because it was a dream. Another one where it was a dream where I was paralyzed and I thought I really was paralyzed. And my two dogs came in and my dog came up to me and put her nose in my face and it felt so real. I'm like, oh man, I'm paralyzed and there's my dog. And then I woke up, I'm like, oh, that was a dream. And then I realized, oh wait, one of my dogs is dead, so this was after she died. In the arms of the angel. But whatever, because it was a dream and it never didn't even happen anyway, so.
Jack Hayes says, I like your guys' shirts. Again, with the shirts. We might just do a whole video about shirts. If you guys are into that kind of thing. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting-ish, maybe. I don't know. Do you want a movie about our shirts?
Where we got them, I guess.
They're cool.
Interesting story behind that.
I like having cool shirts. I have a collection of cool shirts.
I could show off the shirt I made for Kim since she doesn't wear it. Super Radical Rigby.
Super Radical Rigby. Rigby. He says, you guys should do podcasts. I also think we should do a podcast.
Yeah, it's something we've been brainstorming.
Right, we've been talking about it. We just aren't 100% sure on what we want it to be. And it has to be a common theme throughout all the podcasts. So help us come up with something.
Yeah, if you have a good idea.
Yeah. Please leave your suggestion because we want to do a podcast. So let's see. The one where I talked about my theater job, Ben, my buddy Ben, said, loving the crew shirts. Again, with the shirts. We could do a whole video about shirts if you want. Oh, and my friend who got the ashes blown in his mouth, I sent it to him and asked him what he thought, and he said that out of all the lost and found things, I forgot to mention crutches being in the lost and found, which at first I thought, that's not that weird. People leave their crutches. And then I realized, oh yeah, it is kind of weird because it means you came in on crutches, but during the movie you were healed miraculously and left your crutches there. So
there's the only explanation, I guess.
So yes, there's crutches in Lost and Found too. So yeah, back to the comments. Getting creative. He said, "LOL, JP and beyond. Can you pin my comment, please?" I think he meant please. And I did reply to that. I said, "You'll have to say something I want to pin." Smiley face, tongue out. Glad to have you here, because I am glad to have you here. I just don't want to pin a comment that says pin it. But this time, I will pin it. Whatever you say right now in this video, I will pin your comment. Getting creative. So say something good. Let me start that way. So say something good. The last thing I wanted to talk about has nothing to do with the other stuff. Is that we're going to Comic-Con in Phoenix in the end of May. We're going on the Saturday. So if you're there, you should comment that, and so we can meet you. I'd probably rather meet you than 90% of the actors that are there.
I mean, yeah. This is also our first time going to Comic-Con.
I've never been either, and the thing is, it's one of those things like monster trucks or the opera that it's I need to do it just once in my life. So maybe I'll love it and I'll want to go again, but for now this is probably the only time I'm gonna go. No, so I'm excited about it. I want to dress up, so leave a comment of what we should dress up like. And
also, if you're a Comic-Con vet, give us advice on what not to do or what to do, I guess, or just how to make it the best experience.
People to avoid or things to go see or something. It's not the can't miss parts. I don't know. Just let me know what I'm getting myself into. It's really all I need help with. So with that, I hope I've given you enough things to comment about. Tell us what we should podcast about. Tell us what we should do at Comic-Con, what we should dress as and all that. And Getting Creative needs to comment something good so I can pin it. Is there anything else?
Yep. What?
Nope, I guess that's it.